what was really marvellous about that story.
Yes.
The rock and roll days, so I have to go back a little bit to explain. I was brought up in a very strong Christian family. My father was a deacon, my grandfather was a lay preacher, and I was a member of a church from age 5 when I started I was 19, where I was a Sunday school teacher. I did all my courses and various things there.
So you felt like you really knew who Jesus was?
Absolutely. I mean, my actual faith was never in doubt. I mean, where I went wrong, I kicked it into touch, and that's the big mistake. But you don't really, and that's where rock and roll had a big part to play. And I'm not either condoning or knocking rock and roll, because a lot of rock and roll is good. It's not all bad. But what basically happened was, at the age of 19 in 1968, I was baptized at my church, at South Harrow Baptist Church, and it became, I suppose, almost a form of protection for me, because for then, suddenly I'd left college, I'm in the rock and roll world, and at the particular time in the 70s, the rock and roll world really, couldn't have been further away from my church and my friends there. It was a whole different group of people, a whole different thing. And you get, at that age, seriously clouded by success, by both financially and idolatry.
Did you feel like you were living a double standard?
It's very funny. I mean, if I look back and I'm really honest, there were lots and lots of times when the big boss upstairs was saying, "Oi," giving me a shot, and I'm going, "No, not now." And you sort of, it's very strange. He was always there, and I always knew he was there, and I was, a lot of the things that I got involved with and did, I mean, it was just ridiculous. But the most marvellous thing was coming out of that about 9-10 years ago. And I would like to be able to turn around and say that it happened in one giant flash, but it didn't for me. What happened? Sorry, go on.
Well, I just wanted to ask you, here you are at the pinnacle of this great career with tremendous recognition. I would assume financially that you were very comfortable?
At that particular time, yeah.
Why did you feel a need to come back?
Well, I was financially secure, but as all rock and roll musicians did in the 70s, you waste it, you don't pay your taxes, I had failed marriages, things, I mean, everything, but that's what people used to say, "Hey, that's rock and roll," and then I found myself in the 80s very unpopular musically, because the sort of music I did was not the popular music of the time. Then there was a bit of a resurgence, and a lot of people say, "Oh, well, people, sometimes you can come back to Christianity or turn to it because of the problems in your life." But that didn't happen with me. I mean, I came back because I grew up, and it was early 80s. I'd been on tour, and I just felt that I was actually going nowhere, and all the mistakes I was making and still making, it just seemed ridiculous. And I looked at myself and didn't like myself very much. And that was the moment in time when I realised that I had, as we all have, a gift, however small. It might be a small gift, or it might be a large gift. And he's given us that gift, and we have to use it in the way that he wants. And that was really the major decision change in my life, of realising that I had got a gift which he'd bestowed upon me, and he'd had infinite patience in waiting 35-odd years for me to use it properly. And now he'd finally got through, that now was the time. So that's been my guideline from there.
Now, you left yes, you went back to yes.
Yeah.
You left yes, you went back to yes.
Yeah.
You left and went back again. Now, you left in 1992. Tell us what's happened since then in your life.
There's been a big change. A lot of it's been very helpful with my wife, who became, if there's degrees of becoming a Christian, I mean, she's reading 9.9 on the meter. I mean, and that happened while I was away last year. And amazingly enough, she joined the Baptist church on the Isle of Man, where we live. So I've moved from a little village church to the Baptist church. I've done a full circle from Sinai Baptist Church. It's really weird. I'm back where I started. And we now base every decision we do not on financial grounds or work grounds, but on what we feel and believe we're being told to do. And which has meant I'd be a liar if I said that financially some of the things that have been offered would have been extremely helpful to sort out tax problems and various things. but we've decided that we've turned things down, big things down, which included Yes things, because I feel that I have to do what is right and what I'm told to do, where I'm told to play. And so I've been working very closely with my friend Dan Wooding on Christian work, and I've formed a small record label called Hope Records, because I want to try and do in the UK for Christian music what the USA has succeeded in doing so tremendously.
Tell me, I know you're also involved in a pen pal project with people in Russia, and we're going to have Dan come out in a little while. We'll visit with him too, but tell me about your involvement with this project.
It started about 5 years ago. Dan Wooding and I have been marvellous friends for, crikey, more than we probably care to admit. And Dan started this project. I won't spoil, he's got a wonderful punchline to the story, which is absolutely outrageous. But he's involved in this project of twinning people, both churches and people in Russia. And it's now, I suppose, wonderfully got out of hand. And I'm involved helping. I've produced some records for him, support him in any way I can. I've been doing a few piano recitals and things, and in my way of helping. He's doing a tremendous thing. I've been out to Russia. I've seen, in a very small way, the results of what's been happening with people going over there. And I know that television is a wonderful media of putting things across. But if you see something on the screen of what's happening in the country and then actually go there and see it, it just takes you another stage higher. And I've seen what Dan's doing at work, and it's fantastic.
Well, now, the friends that are watching of this ministry will know what you're talking about, because I know that Dan's working directly with people who've responded to our Russian media blitz over there, which is really exciting. And we're going to have a chance to hear more about that in just a few minutes. Well, coming up, you'll hear the classic talent of this amazing musician as he plays an old song, but one with new meaning. Rick Wakeman performs.